Sssnaker, Ultimate Ancient Titans Hand Boss Chapter 18. Welcome back, gaming beasts. It's the EPIC Beasty Gamer here once again, showing you some gameplay using the S-tier plant snake. And this is of course to take down the boss of Chapter 18 in Sssnaker. Yes, this is an extremely powerful build, and when it's fully upgraded to 3 stars in this case, you will see it actually goes through obstacles and also ricochets, so it bounces around the screen. Like and sub for more gameplay videos such as this. We're gonna go further in now, and I'm going to show you just how tough some of these monsters get. Robust desert shield crab. These bosses occur on level 10 and level 20 as an added challenge before you get to the final boss on stage 30 of each chapter. These of course are designed to eradicate you. You have an opportunity to take 3 of your best snakes to any chapter. Bear in mind, the different chapters give you different bonuses depending on what snakes they recommend. Some will recommend you take holy snakes, some will recommend you take plant snakes, fire snakes, lightning snakes, cold snakes, and so on. And they will give you added damage bonuses for those. So it is a good idea to check which one they recommend. Not just taking your most powerful snake, which is what I have done here. If you take 3 of the same snakes, which are champion flagship snakes, they will have little crowns above their portraits. They will then be able to upgrade your elemental attacks to 4 stars, which makes them incredibly powerful, and I highly recommend you do that. At the time this video was created, in May 2023, it was not possible to use 3 crown snakes for all element types yet. Holy snakes do not have enough to make a 3 crown champion holy snake yet. So look out for more of those exciting snakers being released in the future, because some of these stages are so difficult. They have enormous hit point enemies and unbelievable amounts of bullet hell to try and dodge through. At the moment, I have got a mixture of holy and plant on my snake. It is not always possible to get the drops you want at the different stages, so you may want to save up some of your premium currency, which you get daily. As a free-to-play player, you can get plenty of this from doing the trials. Check out my Sssnaker playlist video to see how to do those. There are hidden rooms, and you get roulette spins for free in the trials, which can give you up to 100 gems at a time. So the first upgrade costs 20 gems. If you get, for example, 3 that you don't want, you can re-spin by using 20 gems, and then you might get ones that you want for your upgrade. Then, if you don't get any, you could re-spin again, and it goes up to 40 gems. Again, you can get your currency as a free-to-play player easily. They also have every 2 hours a free 20 gem that you can collect from going into the shop area. So they're very generous with the gems, and there are many events that give you gems too. For example, here you might decide you want to use gems to rather change what possible lineups you could get. This makes a huge difference if you are stuck on a stage, a pro Sssnaker tip, and your snake is just not fully powered up because you have a whole assortment of lots of different elemental attacks rather than one primary maximum upgrade that can do the best damage on that stage. So if you plan to do this, well, and you are struggling to get through a stage, try changing it so that you have ones that are best suited for the stage. Choose your snake, choose your element types carefully. And then of course it comes down to strategy and being able to move around quickly enough to avoid all the nasty attacks. I have now found that with the plant attack, when it ricochets, it also goes through items such as walls, which is very, very clever. If you go and hide behind a wall, certain enemies will throw bombs at you and other items that bounce off walls, and yours can go through the walls. I prefer to kite, hang back, and take out what's coming up, because they will trick you into putting things behind you and then suddenly spawning from the side. So even if the coast looks clear and you move up ahead, they will suddenly attack you. You can of course also use your circle damage. As you can see here, I've respun using gems to get a better drop for my current snake. Yeah. If you go and use the circle damage, you can get up close to certain enemies and do this, which will then, of course, create a huge amount of damage. But if you want to tank like that, the chances are you are going to end up getting schooled big time by some of the tougher enemies who are very, very sneaky in their attacks. As you can see here, they have many different variations, and every chapter introduces new nasty minions that are going to challenge your skills of dexterity and, of course, strategic thinking. You cannot simply grind your way through this. You have to have skill. Otherwise, you will just get destroyed very early on. You have an opportunity, as I've mentioned briefly, to bring in 3 snakes. Certain gear will allow you to res one of your snakes, resurrect, revive once, which is very, very good. I recommend you use your most powerful snake right at the start, because if you die out soon on a weaker snake that you used first, which is what I used to do, then it will resurrect or res that particular snake. And then you save perhaps your most powerful snakes for later. However, if you have your most powerful snake, remember you're going to do more damage and get further on in the chapter, and then you can res it and still have a very powerful snake. So I now put my weakest of my 3 snakes that I'm using for the chapter at the end selection. That way, hopefully, I've survived and I've taken down the boss. These little mummies are unbelievably irritating. They throw out their bandages, so they are deceptive. It looks like they're far away, and they will resurrect once each in this particular stage. So beware. Also, they will try and troll you and trick you into taking their health drops and other drops that they occasionally will put out there, and usually they will ambush you. So if you just see those and go straight for them, the chances are you are going to run into an ambush. You will get those drops at the end of the stage if you choose to just leave them. For example, a health up. If you don't need it right at the start, don't take it, is my advice, because the chances are you will be ambushed and lose health rather than gaining health. Or you'll get the health up and end up getting smacked down and just lose it, and probably lose even more health. So, I advise leaving those drops until the end of the stage, or make sure the coast is clear, which is not easy. As you can see here, they've got another sneaky trick with the healer. They have many of these in later chapters where they will hang back. This is designed to take out those who like to kite and hang back, because the healer will just stay there healing and healing and healing, and it will make it very difficult to progress. Alright, are you ready for the boss? This was a very, very tough boss, and it laid the smackdown. The ultimate ancient Titan's hand. I put in here the ultimate ancient because we've seen in the previous Sssnaker boss videos, and if you haven't, check out the playlist for all the Sssnaker bosses and chapters and trials to give you a background. There's a much easier hand, and I put it as easier in inverted commas. None of the bosses are easy, but that one is much easier than this one was. This one has enormous hit points, as you can see, and it's just soaking the damage. I do not necessarily have the best snake for this area, but and there you can see the smackdown, a bitch slap, but it was the one who ended up getting slapped, just as I did with the previous hand. Remember to check out the playlist of all the Sssnaker videos and like and subscribe, Ssnakers. Gaming beasts, stay a while and listen. Watch another one.